everyone, and welcome to episode 36 of your News Just News weekly roundup. I'm Anna today. I'm going to be hosting. I'm joined by the amazing Adam. Hi,
Hello,
Adam.
hello.
And the lovely Lucia. Hi,
Hello.
Lucia. We're going to be talking about quite a lot of things today. We've got books, gaming, movies, TV series. We'll get into it though. But we're going to first start off with an announcement that Tyla has just given us. She's going on a world tour. Yay! And it's very exciting. And the biggest, most exciting part for me is that she's coming to South Africa. So it's just so good. I got tickets yesterday. Guys, I'm so excited. I'm going to cry. Anyways, but she does begin in Paris on October 12th. And then she goes into the North American route, which is like the biggest part of it, kind of going everywhere there. And this was quite significant because she was meant to have a US tour back in 2024, but that had to get cancelled due to an injury she had. So now she's doing that. And then she's ending in Johannesburg and Cape Town on Jan 4th and the Jan 9th. So I'm going to be there Jan 4th. So excited. And yeah, it's really awesome. This is to celebrate her new album APOP, and it's a really cool album. If you guys have listened to it yet, I know Lucia probably hasn't. But it's APOP. It kind of stands for African pop. It's got a lot of amapiano and just general pop. We've got some electronic in there. We've got featuring Zara Larsson as well, which is really fun. So yeah, we've also got the iconic Chanel song in there as well. So it's set up to be a really exciting tour, and this will be obviously her first world tour of her career. So I'm a very proud South African right now. But yeah, it's very exciting. Adam, are you gonna go? I mean, she is going to Europe.
I only know the big songs, so I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know if I'd see her in person, but I do think it's so cool that considering it's called A-pop and like African pop, I think that's so cool that I feel like nowadays there are so many like artists from all over the world, and you know what I mean? Like I think South American pop is such a big thing. Like, you know, you've got Bad Bunny, and now like Tyla's doing bringing African pop to the stage, the world stage, and I think it's so cool that she's going. I mean, obviously she would, but South Africa, and she's going like Lagos I saw as well. Because I feel so bad for you guys. There's that meme where it's like artist announces world tour, and it's like the US, Europe, and then maybe they go somewhere. Like maybe they go
Maybe Australia.
Australia as well. So it's cool that she's going like different places in Africa, and she's bringing that to the world stage as well.
Yeah, it's very exciting, especially since she is from South Africa. So she's coming home. It's a homecoming tour. And I feel like us South Africans, we're going to welcome her back in a very fabulous way. So yeah, moving on from that, we're going straight to books because we've got a very exciting, the 2026 Booker Prize coming up. Lucia, you have an article about that if you want to chat about it.
So this week the Booker Prize has announced the long list for this year. It's a list of 13 books. And out of those, we have 3 debut novels, which I think is quite exciting, and also 2 authors that were previous winners have been nominated. These are Douglas Stewart, the author of Shuggy Bane, and Jan Mungo has been nominated for his latest novel called John of John, and also Marlon James, who previously won the Booker Prize, has been nominated for his book called The Disappearers. Obviously, the Booker Prize being one of the most important literary competitions in the world, definitely the biggest one in the UK. It's quite exciting to see all of these titles. There are some of them that really, caught my eye even before the long list, so I'm really excited to see them there. One of them, for example, is May We Feed the King by Rebecca Perry. She is one of the debut novel authors in this selection, and it's historical fiction, and it's one that really caught my eye. But obviously we have other ones. We have Emma Cline, for example. She's quite a big author, American author. She wrote The Girls, which at the time was very successful, and also Daddy, and this year she is being nominated with a book called Sweetie, which I feel is quite interesting as a concept because it follows a very wealthy man as he travels from the US to Switzerland to basically visit an assisted suicide clinic. So we see that aspect, but it's also kind of like about the travel that he does, and you find out about his life as he goes on this travel, which is, I think it's quite an interesting concept as he goes towards the end possibly of his life. And then we have other interesting novels. For example, Elizabeth Strout has been nominated as well for her 11th novel called The Things We Never Say. And obviously, again, another massive author. She's really famous. And this book is with this book, she's been nominated 3 times. So who knows, maybe this one will be the lucky time for her. And this book is also quite rooted in contemporary life. It's about a history professor in the US as she kind of like enters a crisis in kind of like, post pandemic, in the post pandemic world. And also she is constantly like anxious about the forthcoming 2024 US elections. So it's something that it's like extremely in the now, in what's happening now. And I feel like it's quite interesting to have books that are historical fiction and set in like centuries ago, and also things that are like so real and so in the now. And then obviously the chair of the jury for this year is Mary Beard, who's very beloved classicist here in the UK, and she said that these books are dynamite. So it's quite interesting to see how those are going to be. We know that the shortlist is going to be published in September, the end of September, and then the winner will be announced in November. So we'll see. And in the meantime, I have to see if I can try and read as many as possible of those books to see if I can, predict who wins.
Amazing. Well, I mean, Anna, did you have a specific author or book that you're rooting for at the moment, or are you going to have to read them first?
So I think I'm going to read them first. The ones that kind of like speak to me the most are May We Feed the King, just because I love historical fiction, and also the John of John, the Douglas Stewart book. I think that's quite an interesting book as well, because it talks about this like queer guy going back to his like hometown, and it's very he has to deal with his father and the legacy that he has like inside of the little village where he lives, and it's quite a clash of realities. So I think there are very interesting titles in there, so I'm hoping maybe for these 2, but I want to read them first.
Yeah, those sound really interesting, all these novels that are coming out, and as you were saying, they're quite relevant and recent. Any standouts for you there, Adam?
Yeah, I think the one about the American going like to Switzerland, that seems like such a cool story. It sounds very like Short Stay in Switzerland, that movie, and I think here sort of exploring that sounds like a really interesting one as well. But I'm such a man when it comes to books. I don't know if you heard of this, like statistically, men don't read fiction. And I didn't know this was a big thing because I don't really read fiction. And then when I heard that, I was like, oh no, I don't want to do. I need to not be a part of just like the generic man crowd. So I think I really need to. I need to get on Goodreads, and I need to start reading more fiction, I think.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll see you on Goodreads soon, Adam, especially with the book of yours coming out.
I'll send you my profile.
Yeah, we're gonna need proof. Amazing. Okay. Well, since we've talked about books, now we're going to talk about TV, which is more up my alley, I'd say, with my attention span of a hamster. Avatar. Tell us about it, Adam.
Yeah, so this is also children's TV, very much on down my alley. That's my sort of intellectual. That's on my intellectual level. But yeah, Avatar. 7 Havens, the trailer has come out as well as the release date, so we know that, and that came out at San Diego Comic-Con. So Avatar, as in the animated children's series, not the movies, by the way, I'll just preface that. So it's after The Legend of Korra, which is obviously after the Avatar: The Last Airbender with Aang. So this will follow Avatar Pavi, who's an airbender, with her long lost twin sister, and they must save the Seven Havens. And it takes place. I mean, the trailer, it looks sick, like all of the colors and stuff. It's very like the spirit realm that we saw in some of the previous series, and something post-apocalyptic has happened. I mean, one of the lines in the trailer is the Avatar has let us down, which I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that. But yeah, so I mean, well, actually, I'll come to it now. This trailer dunks on Avatar Korra. I think this whole series does. And Avatar Korra, The Legend of Korra, is my favorite series of Avatar. So, because I didn't have the nostalgia of it. And in the comments, people are saying that as well. People, I don't know why people come for Korra, but
That's
yeah,
controversial.
So, it is controversial. But yeah, so it'll come out on Paramount Plus on October 9th. And yeah, I mean, this is like, there's been a few things. So in the Avatar world, I feel like it all just came back suddenly. So there was the live action on Netflix. I think that flopped from what I remember. Like, that was quite panned. And then there was like just a few weeks ago, months ago, the entirety of the animated movie Avatar Aang: The Last Airbender, that got leaked on X. I saw it come up, and I was like, "Why is there an hour-long video on my X?" And it was just the full movie, so I haven't watched it, but that fully leaked. So, yeah, I mean, well, if they're gonna dunk on Korra, then they deserve it.
Lucia, I can see you have some thoughts there. You said the word controversial as well. Tell us.
Yes, so I've never finished Korra because I didn't like it. Ooh! Sorry. No, so I'm a big fan of the original one. So like the whole story with Aang and everyone. Zuko being my favorite always. But when I then started Korra, I feel like I did not particularly like her as a character. So I've started for a bit and then I just stopped and then I never picked it up again, which I think is my mistake because I know that loads of people actually love Korra, and one of my best friends has been telling me to keep watching it because she was like, "It's amazing! It's actually my favorite, and I rewatch it every year." So, yeah, I think you're right, Adam. I just need to go back into it. But I remember when it got leaked, and I've actually seen some scenes of it, and it did look amazing. I didn't want to spoil the movie for myself, so like I didn't watch the whole thing, but I can't wait to see it now that it's actually being legally released on Paramount. I can finally watch it all, and yeah, I can't wait. It really looks really amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching that. I'm looking forward to it. It's almost taken a bit of like a darker twist, it seems, as well, from what I saw. And yeah, like you were saying, Adam, just in general, how it looks, the animation. I'm so excited for this one. But yeah, are you gonna watch it, Adam? I'm assuming you are, since you were like a thing about it.
Yeah, definitely. I think I will watch it. But I think, well, for me with Avatar, I don't have the nostalgia value from obviously the Last Airbender, which, I mean, not to accuse you, Lucia, but I think a lot of people, that's why a lot of people do love the original one. I'm sure that's not true with you, but so I think when I'm coming in with fresh eyes to this one as well.
Lucia, you want to speak your truth?
Yeah, I did not watch it when I was little. I watched it like 5 years ago, so I don't have the nostalgia thing because of that. Because yeah, I never used to watch Nickelodeon when I was little. It's not as big as it is over here in Italy. So I feel like a very little amount of people actually use Nickelodeon, and so I've just watched it like I think during the pandemic or right before, and I absolutely just got obsessed with it.
I feel like to me, I view it very much as a pandemic show. But yeah, I get you there. Awesome. Well, on that note of streaming platforms, we've got something pretty crazy happening on Prime Video. They are launching something called Luna, which is essentially a way for viewers who are subscribed to Prime to play games on the streaming platform. So let's say you're watching, I don't know, any show you want, and actually, no, I want to play a game. Okay, you can do that now. So quite interesting. It basically allows you to play cloud stream games like Dispatch, Fallout 4, but also party games as well, which is what I'm excited about. You can play like Clue, Tetris, and Jackbox, because I love Jackbox, because that'd be really fun, actually. Guys, I have a Prime subscription. We can play Jackbox. It's okay. And I quite like that it kind of allows casual gamers to get involved because there's no console. You don't need a setup or anything like that. But some people are upset about that. I don't know, Lucio, what do you think? Do you think it's kind of taking away from physical gaming?
I mean, I feel like everything is now, considering everything that's happening and the complete switch to digital. Anyway, it's definitely nothing that surprises me because like Netflix has done the same. Although I don't know if it's like in the same, situation, in the same way. I know that I have played Netflix games sometimes, and they're quite basic. They are mainly like group games, so I think the idea there is like you're having your friends over and you just like play quizzes or anything like that. It's like very basic, but they also do have, for example, like different apps that you can download, and they're basically Netflix games. So I don't think it's like surprising because it wouldn't be like the first console that does that. I mean, the first service that does that. But you did mention like actual games, so it might be maybe kind of like an extended version of that, or like a more extended version.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like that it has like those two different kind of games. Like you got the party games and then like the other games that you typically need a console for. I'm quite excited for it. I don't know, Adam, what do you think?
I think the group games is like an interesting concept, like getting your friends around and playing games like that. But I think the more typical game, like especially like the shooting game and the heavy FPS games. I mean, we've seen like cloud gaming isn't new. Like Google did it, however long Google did it ago, and you need like I think for certain games when it's very fast paced and that's what matters. It does get to a point where there's just so much lag. Your internet can only handle so much unless you've got like a crazy good internet. You're always gonna like bump into that, and that's certainly what holds most of cloud gaming back. You sort of need games where it just doesn't really matter how fast your internet is. So I think that's good, but also I don't know how much it will take off.
Yeah.
I guess. Like YouTube has games, and I might have clicked on one just to try it. I've never done it. Like same with Netflix. Like, is this going to be transformative? No.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see. I mean, I definitely agree with you there, Adam. I mean, we've seen other streaming platforms. Also, can I just say, like, streaming platforms are getting greedy. Like, we gotta have games now too. But I don't know. I'm curious to see how it works out with, also just general games like Fallout 4 and Jackbox. Would you need a subscription? Does it come automatically with your Prime subscription? Because what happens like with the original Jackbox, but from what I am aware of with games like Dispatch and Fallout 4, your console or your remote would be your phone. So that's quite interesting. That differs a bit from like Netflix and YouTube, because I know Netflix's games are more like, there's something called Playground, and it's more like kids games and stuff like that. I never seen like a game on Netflix that I would actually pick up and play. Besides Episode, I don't know if you guys know Episode. They have that on Netflix. That's so embarrassing. I never said that. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I think that is a great way to end this episode. Remember, everything we have talked about today is on our website, newsjustnews.com. We have some amazing articles and reads that you can look up there, and that are not just on gaming and entertainment. We've got sports, we've got international news, offbeat, anything you could possibly imagine. So go check out newsjustnews.com, and we will see you next week for episode 37 of your weekly News Just News Roundup. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Lucia, for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
See everyone
Bye.
next week. Bye.